My name is Anna Kind. I'm the CEO of Radja, a Swedish sound design agency.
And I'm Martin Hallberg. I work as a creative director at the same agency. And yes, why are we here?
We're here because we're presenting our case from last year, the project Sound Design for Emporia, a shopping mall in Sweden.
And this is really the first time we're in Moscow, both of us. You haven't been here before? No. And it's really exciting. It's really interesting to listen to Moscow and hear all the sounds in Moscow. We think there's a lot of music used in both stores and on the streets, as you can hear, and even sound logos I've heard. I think it's a common use on the train here from the airport. There were a lot of sound logos, and
yeah,
it's really interesting to get to know a new country through their sound and through the city's sound.
Moscow is filled with sound. Actually, it's sound of ice and snow and the doors in the metro and techno at the breakfast at the hotel, and which was an interesting experience.
Yeah. In Sweden we call that leave beats. They use them in hamburger restaurants to get people to eat faster and then leave, so they can place new customers there. And there were some leave beats at our breakfast at the hotel, and that was really interesting.
They wanted us to go maybe, but it was
fast.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Moscow is packed with different kind of sound experiences. That's really interesting to be able to hear now when we're here for the first time. Well, I think it's a lot about sharing. We've been talking about this early on today. Sharing and open sources, that we have to give information about what we're working with and share sounds and music and sort of work within the crowd that you can find on the internet also. So sharing is a big thing, also for the audio branding in itself, because we have to spread the word.
And I think it's about the opportunities. I think there's really a lot of opportunities for everyone. So it's more necessary to help each other and to give each other tips about how to spread the word and build the branch as a whole, the whole market, instead of like competing and holding things for themselves. So I think that's the main goal and the opportunity here at the Congress to share and give each other, to share experience.
But then you should also remember, I think, that the world is full of sound. It's packed of music and sound everywhere. So the case isn't that it's empty or that the world is silent. The thing is that someone has to take responsibility for what we heard. So it matters what sort of music you play in a store, and it matters what sort of music you play at the metro station or wherever you are. And I think that's the big opportunity we have here, to sort of take control over the world that's heard today.
I think that the biggest undeveloped market and potential is like someone mentioned, I think that too, the Internet of Things, when really gadgets and devices are going to be communicating with the internet themselves and with each other, cars communicating through the internet, and then there's going to be a lot of sound to make the devices communicate to the owner, the people, the person that owns the device. So I think that's a really interesting area to work on.
Also hospitals, because we know that hospitals are packed with negative sound today, that people are actually getting worse when they're at hospitals because they hear all these beeps and alarming sounds all the time. So I think that's also an area that you could work with in a much more positive way, and start to ask yourself not what actually we want to hear.
I think all the speaks and talks have been really interesting. I think the cases here at the final of the ABA award is really interesting. It's so high standard nowadays in these cases, so it's always inspiring and interesting to listen to competitors and to other colleagues on other companies. So,
And of course, it's really interesting to listen to the Russian speakers as well, because there's a new world opening. It's a world that we don't know so much about. There are legal aspects and there are pirate copying aspects that we don't see in that variety of size at home. So it's interesting to hear about the problems and also about what we could do and what needs to be done here. And there's a lot of work to do here in Russia as well, but I think we got a good picture of it today.
We're really thankful for being here and for the whole ABA team to arrange this. It's really great. I don't know what our market would be if there wasn't for this Congress. So it's really good that you are doing this job.
And it's fascinating to be in Moscow. I think we're all thrilled and a bit exhausted of all the decisions we have to make and all the adventures just by taking a cab somewhere or just trying to find the airport or the way from the airport. It's like these small details that has been a big part of this year's Congress. So it's really interesting to get to know a new country and a new city and a totally different culture. So we're grateful to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.